The Real Desire filly Cabana Fever enjoyed a stellar juvenile campaign, winning 7 stakes events and over $370,000. Owned by Lee and Linda DeVisser, Sawgrass Farm, and Helping Hand Stables, the Joe Seekman student made her Canadian debut in an elimination of the She's a Great Lady, which she won in a season's best of 151-4. She was also a Breeders' Crown elimination winner before finishing 3rd in the final.
Here comes Cabana Fever from way back, and it's Cabana Fever on the grandstand side with a menacing stretch kick, and she'll go by to win the 2nd Breeders' Crown elimination. Cabana Fever.
Luck of Michelle didn't waste any time in establishing a reputation for herself as a major player in the freshman pacing filly ranks, as she reeled off a world record mile at Flamborough on June 24th in her first career start.
Of 153-3.
This was the beginning of a 7-race win streak that extended to the eternal Cam Nation at Mohawk in August. Trainer John Pentland had the Cam Luck daughter fit and sharp for every one of her 13 starts, as she finished off the board only one time. One of her most impressive wins of the season came in the Robert Stewart, where she overcame post position 11 to get up for a 1.25 victory.
Here comes Luck of Michelle and Mike Saptic on fire. And it's Luck of Michelle on the grandstand side. Luck of Michelle, 6 for 6.
And the winner is Luck of Michelle.
Joined now by a very happy duo of trainer John Pentland and driver Mike Saptic. Luck of Michelle, certainly the toast of the 2-year-old filly division this year, especially here in Ontario. And guys, I think most people are still in awe of the world record performance in her first start, and then to see her go on and maintain the campaign like she did. First of all, John, you know, it has to be incredible that she was able to hold up like she did.
Well, the world record thing, I mean, obviously Greg was a surprise in that, and you know, she was a little hot that day, and you know, Mike had a handful of horse there, and but after that, I mean, you know, he got her to settle down, and you know, we worked together all year on her, and ended up with a filly that, you know, Mike could drive with 2 fingers, and you know, just that's the kind of filly she ended up being.
And Mike, going back to that first day, when you were driving her, first of all, were you aware that you were going anywhere that fast with her, and what were you thinking at that point?
I had no intention of going to world record, or I had no intention of going that kind of speed. It was her first lifetime start, which makes it amazing. You can go a world record, first lifetime start for a 2-year-old. But yeah, that wasn't our intention. She showed just how much speed and talent she had by doing it. But she was a little warm, and she got away, and she just kept trucking.
I want to ask both of you, you know, if you're going to pick out one attribute that made her so special, what do you think it was?
It was her intelligence. There was a filly there. One of the nicest compliments I got the whole year was her 3rd lifetime start. She won a gold final in Grand River, and I was in Mohawk qualifying some horse, and Steve Condren stopped me. Actually, Steve drove the horse for me in the qualifier, and he said to me, he just turned and he said, "You guys got that filly a lot easier to drive now." And that's all he said, and it was, you know, coming from a master like Steve Condren, it just showed that, you know, within a couple of starts we were able to go from a filly that was a little hot to a filly that we were able to manage well, and it was her intelligence, you know.
Mike, would you concur?
Oh, for sure, I concur. But it's her will to win, and a lot of that breed, that Cam fella, you know, Elamoni, Cam fella himself, they got that will to win, and that's what she had. You know, she could be tired at the end of the mile, and she'd stick her head out, and she wanted to win. And I think that's why she's special, and I hope she carries it on the next year.
She had a tremendous year, John, and certainly asserted herself against the best on the Grand Circuit, not only the horses here in the Ontario Sire Stakes program, but she was deadly on a half-mile track. And how much is that weighing into your planning as far as her schedule going into 07?
There's a couple of races offered in New York this year, the Molly Pritchard in Yonkers, and another race at Monticello, and they both go for big money. They conflict with Ontario Sire Stake races that are on big racetracks, and I think we'll probably end up in New York for a couple of starts. And you know, I remember one interview with you that Mike commented that she's 5 or 10 lengths maybe better than a lot of them on a half-mile racetrack, and I think she showed some dominance in Grand River, and Flamborough, and we're going to play to her strong suit, and winning those kind of races in New York would be exciting too.
Well done, guys. Great campaign with her in 2006. Best of luck this season.
Thanks, Greg.
Thanks, Greg.
The champion 3-year-old pacing colt for 2006 is fan favorite Dunebag.
And the O'Brien Award goes to Domitian Hanover.
Tonight's other double award winner, James Friday Dean, scoring in the 2-year-old colt division with Domitian Hanover and, of course, the fan favorite Dunebag. Friday, just talk about, first of all, being a double O'Brien Award winner in the same night. It's something that's rarely done. How special is it?
Well, it's very special. You know, I've just kind of been on my own a couple of years, and to come up with 2 horses like that in the same year is unbelievable, and to get recognized for it, it's the ultimate reward.
Dunebag, as a 2-year-old, very exciting young pacer, and then to see him come back this year at age 3 and do what he did, considering his stature, first of all, he's really become a fan favorite. Is it a little bit more special seeing that he's been able to sort of overcome the odds and do what he's done?
Absolutely. I mean, he's just a special horse. He's almost kind of human sometimes. He's unreal to me. He's done things that I would never have thought he'd ever be able to do, and I just love him.
He had a tremendous year. His younger sister, Rosa Penna, also was stakes placed and successful, and Domitian Hanover, 2-year-old O'Brien Award winner as Colt Pacer of the Year. Maybe just an update on how the stable as a whole is doing in Florida at this point.
Well, they come back the first of the year, January 1st. They were turned out at Peninsula Farms in Kentucky for about 2 months. And they come back. We jogged them up here in January, and they've been trained a couple trips around 45, and we won't double up on them training until the end of the month. So they all look well, and go forward.
James, we want to congratulate you on an outstanding night. Best of luck in 2007.
Okay, thanks, Greg.
James Friday Dean, one of 2 double winners tonight here at the O'Brien Awards in Mississauga.